Okay, so this is a review and a reaction on Manga Saint Hilare album, Make It Out Alive. Now, the interesting thing about this artwork is it's like he's on the sky, like cloud. How do I put it? He's in the sky, but there's a bike there, and there's a bike. He's leaning on a bike, on a motorbike, and in the background there is, like I said, it's like a sky, but there's clouds there. So I actually like that artwork. I really do. I really do. Um, but anyway, there is basically 15 tracks in this album. So let's get straight into it. So there's Escape Plan, then there's Fool's Gold, then there's Safety in Numbers, then there's At All Times featuring Izzy Gibbs, then there's Turning in My Grave featuring Blade Vision, then there's, I think that's called Dumb, or I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, but that's featuring SBK and Snowy. And then there's Black Man Timing featuring Merkish Dave. Then there's Don't Hold Your Breath. Then there's Trample featuring God's Gift, Ira, and Jammer, or Ira. Then there's Less Money, More Problems featuring Capo Lee and Escada. And there's Sorry for Your Sorrows featuring Jafro and Face Myself. Then there's Not Around featuring P Money. Then there's Thoughts and Praise featuring Novelist. And then the last track on the album is All's Well That Ends Well. Manga, aka Manga Saint Hilare, or Hilare, I just like calling him Manga because I know him from as being called Manga from anything Roll Deep. That's banana. But anyway, so what's interesting is he's been consistent every year from, I don't know what year, but the year I started the clock was from 2018. He's been consistently dropping albums, like year after year after year after year. So, year after year after year, yeah. So, in terms of this album as well, the one thing I do like is him bringing in newer grime artists, like the next generation. For example, SBK. I think there's another new gen, which is Jafro. And he still works with, well, Izzy Gibb is still sort of new school, but yeah, and he still works with God's Gift and Jamar and Ira. So it's like, and P Money as well. So it's a good mix of the two, old school and new school. I respect that about Manga for doing that on this album. I think when it comes to, protecting a culture or a scene or a music genre, that's what you're going to have to do, but it has to come across authentic, where you work with the younger generation. That's how it's going to work, and the younger generation work with the older generation. It's just, that's the only way it's going to work. Like, for example, you see Dizzy Rascal working with Yizzy. Like, I think they got like a couple tracks together now. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I respect that. But there was one song that definitely stood out to me, which was Less Money. Oh yeah, Capoli, one of the new generation as well. But anyway, Less Money, More Problems. And if I remember correctly, that song, most people that have a passion and gifts for something else, and they end up in certain situations, this you can relate to. You can relate to if you have to not put your passion or whatever on hold, but it's having, like, some call it a backup. Do you understand? Because sometimes the money ain't right. Because I remember there was a time when in the music scene, there wasn't that much money in the music scene, in terms of grime and stuff like that. It's only in the past, I don't know, I don't even know the years. I have to really research that properly, but it's interesting how some people stick with it, but know that they've got certain other priorities to do, and because those priorities, they do come, they are like a problem. So when you've got less money, you got more problems because there's some things you have to sort out, like your bills, for example. Like, how the fuck are you going to pay your bills with less money? You understand? But, and obviously, yeah, there are ways you can say, okay, well, why don't you just get a job then? But it's like, if your passion is music, for example, in this case, and, you know, the scene when you began, it wasn't, I'm not saying that he never made as much money, because I don't know his financial situation, but you would think that he should be getting a certain amount of P every, year from royalties and not stuff there. But this scene in general, and I'm not even talking about his situation, in general, when it comes to anything, if it's any situation, I don't even want to talk about their situation, but there can be circumstances. If you're not a key worker, for example, if you're not a key worker, then guess what happens? If you're not listed as a key worker and situation happens, your money could fuck up. And when your money fucks up, you have less money and more problems, you're fucked up. So you've got to find alternative ways of getting that money. Do you understand? But listen, I sound like I've been waffling for a minute still. But anyway, look, I'm going to get into one track, and if it's in context or out of context, it is what it is. But I'm going to talk about the song. Let's talk about Escape Plan, right? Because, and I'm always going to talk about dating and relationships. But anyway, with dating, in terms of dating and relationships, when it comes to Escape Plan, sometimes you could be suffering, you don't even know it, but sometimes you could be suffering from PTSD, when it comes to relationships, to dating and relationships, and you could be already formulating an escape plan if you're in a situation or you find yourself nearly getting into a situation. You're already trying to find an escape plan. Like I used to do, not all the time, but some of the time. Like my escape plan, I won't say exactly what I used to do, but I would essentially push them away. I would do certain things. Now, I wasn't conscious of it, but it was, and after reflecting and, because you do self-development and all that stuff there, you start to realize, oh, right, this is what I did on Red Tear. But man's over that now. You know how I got over that? Is I developed myself further as a man, by developing myself further as a man. And you thought, alright, a man shouldn't be thinking this way. I need to be thinking this way and acting this way, and this is how things are going to happen, innit? Do you get it? So it's about reacting as a man, as a thoroughbred alpha male, opposed to reacting like a beta male. Because that's essentially what I was doing, So if you click the link in the description box below, like I won't go into too much details of that, but that's essentially what I was doing. But anyway, if you click the link in the description box below, where it says become a member of the Academy Trust, you will get access to online courses such as roles and relationships. That's where you're going to learn how dating and relationships actually work in general as a whole. But if you're a man, you learn how to develop yourself as a thoroughbred alpha male, and what your nature is as a man in a relationship. And if you're a woman, you learn how to develop yourself as a pure feminine woman, and you learn exactly what it is to be a woman in dating and relationship settings. All right. So the link to the album is in the description box below as well. I'm gonna give this album, I'm gonna give it like a 9 out of 10. I like the fact that he's he's kept it grand, and also I feel like the mix of the new generation and the old generation on the album works well as well. But yeah, I mean, it's good to hear a song with God's gift on it. Like, he needs more solo projects himself, by the way. And then and then the song with P Money. I don't really have, like I said, I don't know the standout track, but at the end of the day, I do rate this album 9 out of 10. But anyway, if you've got any questions, any topics you'd like for us to discuss in our videos, leave that in the comment section below. And remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, because you never know, the video you suggest might just be next.